Yeah, we waking them up, ain't no hitting the snooze. Pick apart your religion, I know that you choose. Part ways with the devil, I rose to a level. They counting me out while I'm counting the cost. And I'm cold like the frost on your window and dead of the winter. I know that they send the pretenders, inspired our members, but we never catch none of the shots that you sent us. And we got a ruthless method just to check it. Sayonara, goodbye, getting disrespectful. Good guy, no card for the incidentals. The damage you cause must be paid with your head. They raging war in the land, but that land is the land of the saints. Y'all chosen people is something you ain't. Know we the tribes, and now they won't file a complaint. Confident we the saints, so the burden of proof is on you and your crew. Who are you really? I give you a clue. Who changed the face of the judges? Who live by the sword and they weapons? Who telling the lies about Jesus? Who changed his appearance and features? What country adopted the eagle? That nation, the eater.
Just taught the Bible in a whole different language. These niggas outside town getting dangerous. Never been to London, but I got me a Cambridge. Heavyweight, big dog, got it. Try it if you want. Bible in a holster, fire in a hole. Look at the scope, 500 though. You not the real guys like I didn't know. Not surprised if you lie, surprised if you don't. K's on, reject, we net. You stuck, we blessed, we are. Revelation 2 and 9. 3 say that you down and down. Face the grind, lick dust, fix some crime, switch it.
Where my real Jews at? Where the real Jews go? I got swords in the air. We got boots on the floor. Where my real Jews at? Where the real Jews go? Put your swords in the air. Get your boots on the floor.
I know what they saying, I read lips in between lines. Bunch of dead folks, I can see signs. In other words, flip from these times. Gotta put in work in the meantime. ADL, they can get it. APAC, in fact, they can quit it. Slavery, I never will forget it. And with my God, you'll never be acquitted. I know it's offensive, that's why I said it.
Yeah. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try me on the mission. Telling Israel to repent before your time is up. Every city on the corner in your hood is where you finding us. Casting out imaginations, Christians might not like it, but we raising up an army exceedingly, we are rising up. We all about the mission, we living until the kingdom comes. Destroyed for lack of knowledge, so that's what we here to give it up. Listen for the people, cause although we have no equal, we out here living so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't need to try.
Mic check. There we go. All right.
No trumpets.
Y'all see what time it is. It's 7:30 on a Sunday. That means Deacon Malafia was lighting it up. Right. As always, all praise. Shout out to the bishops, the deacons. Without them, we wouldn't be where we at.
That's right.
All praises. But we here on the Lionz Den radio show. We about to get it in. But before we do, you know how we like to do. On the Lionz Den, we like to see how everybody week went. So, let's get into it. Officer Gadiel, he looked nervous. That brother looked nervous. Hey, you had a bad week, bro? What's up?
I had a great week, Cap. Great week.
Okay.
Highlight was going to Tallahassee yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man, because when you speak to our people, they do the same stuff over and over every year, and they don't even realize why the hell they're doing it.
Right.
And so just to be able to give light to our people to see why they do it and to give them the solutions for the issues we're going through, gotta love it. Highlight of the week.
Gotta love it. All praises. Who we got right here? How was your week?
Shalom, y'all. Hey, the week was good, man. You know what I'm saying? I would get my recap on Tallahassee, but you know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to make it.
There's an aunt.
Yeah. I got a Matthew 18. I gotta apply.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't able to apply yet, but
Yeah.
man. Besides that, you know what I'm saying? We held it down, man. It was you already know how it is, man. Orlando, home of the Levites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Said what?
Sivway. But yeah, camp was good, man. You know what I'm saying? We did what we do on the Sabbath as usual. But my week was pretty good, man. I can't complain. Glad to be here.
All praise.
All
So,
praise.
Lionz, how was your week?
Hey, shalom Israel, shalom Cap, most high in Christ. Bless you, sir. Great week. We made it on the other side of this week. Lord's been good to us. I know we had some crazy go on in Orlando on Thursday. People were celebrating that wicked holiday, but all praise to the Most High. We were able to go out to war tomorrow, wake our people up, and continue to work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Who else we got?
Shalom,
Officer
shalom.
Lahad, how was your week?
Week was good. All praise to the Most High. Hey, that Tallahassee expo, I did have I was talking to a brother who actually, he was telling me like, hey, I forgot. I was recently talking to a brother about the situation that happened in Orlando. And he was like, another brother came up, was like, yeah, man, one of my best friends just died in Orlando. And I'm like, damn. So I, end up talking to one of the brothers, who knew the dude. And, after going over a couple of scriptures with him, Lord's will, he come to the school. He said he actually from Ocoee.
Right.
So he was like, yeah, man, Lord's will, I'm going to check y'all out. But it was good, building with some people from Orlando who just so happened to be in Tallahassee. I talked to a lot of people from Orlando area. So
That's right.
it was a good, good time out there.
So you running the streets?
I was running the streets.
Was you teaching them? Was you running the streets, man?
No,
What you was doing, man?
I was teaching the cap. I was teaching.
Nah, I'll mess with you. All
You know what I'm
praise.
saying?
Saw you up there
The
bringing
word
it out.
was going out.
All praise.
All praise.
Yazia, how was your week?
All praise to the Most High. Like the brother said, it was a good week. Capping off. Hey, shout out to IUIC Tallahassee, Captain Mattathias,
Sir.
Officer David, Big Benji.
Big Benji.
All praises.
Big back Benji.
Damn.
Cinnamon wings hit.
Hey.
Shout out to Officer
Cinnamon.
Sampson,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
You
see, he
don't
don't even know.
know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, they know.
That's why you holding a grudge.
Yeah.
You gotta get up there.
You like
What the hell?
Maypole.
You don't
Make
know.
them
Cinnamon.
cinnamon.
Gotta put the
Maple
respect on it.
What the-
Nah, you don't see. You don't see.
Not yet.
You don't know.
Throw a glass darkly.
Yeah.
One day.
Precept
When
ain't
you
put
know,
up
you
my
know.
shit.
Nah, but yeah, good week, great hospitality up there. As always, it was good to go out there to go teach our people. That thing is, like Osagadia was saying, it's just crazy. It's just like that movie, they clone Tyrone.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a bunch of Tyrones that's out there. They just there just to be there, like, and then to cap it off, Bishop Yawasop. What was crazy was, excuse me, Bishop Yawasop with the Leviticus 1929.
Right.
When he brought that out, I'm like, damn, that's exactly what we just finished dealing with out there on the street.
Right.
When I say he took the meat off the bone, took the bone, ground it to grizzle,
Right.
stamped it and powdered it. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. But it was a good week. Lord willing, stuff like that to get us to, raise up our level of teaching and understanding,
Right.
so we can connect with the people more.
That's
All
right.
praise. My week
That's
was
right.
good. We alive, man. We working. I got paid, so I was able to pay my bills.
All praises.
It's all gone now. Back
Need
broke.
that.
But some of my bills anyway. Got to wait till the next
Yeah.
paycheck, pay the next bills. But such is life. We here. We making it. All praises. All praise for wisdom, man. All praise for wisdom and understanding. Because in this world today, if you ain't got wisdom and understanding, you ain't got nothing.
He done.
You ain't got. Now, give me that real quick. What said with all that wisdom, get understanding. There's a lot of people think they know a lot of stuff. They know a lot of facts, but they don't understand what's going on. Like if we able to see everything exactly for what it is. You can't trick us. And that's a beautiful thing to be able to have that. In culmination, we started off last week like that, but with Amos 3 and 7, the Lord gonna show us everything first.
Right.
Everything. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7.
Mhm.
Wisdom is the principal thing.
Hold on. What's the principal thing?
Wisdom is the principal thing.
Y'all see that? A lot of people don't understand that. Wisdom is the principal thing. A lot of people think money is the principal thing.
Right.
They think status is the principal thing. They think a high credit score is the principal thing.
Right.
God's letting you know. He says wisdom is the principal thing. So if you ain't putting your mindset to get wisdom, you're in the wrong place. Your mind's in the wrong place. Read it again.
Wisdom is the principal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, get wisdom.
Therefore what?
Get wisdom.
Therefore what?
Get wisdom.
A lot of y'all ain't trying to get wisdom. A lot of y'all ain't trying to get wisdom. Y'all running away from wisdom. You sleeping in on the Sabbath.
Damn.
You ain't calling your counselor.
Damn.
You doing everything else under the sun except trying to get wisdom. Read.
And with all thy getting.
With all thy getting, read.
Get understanding.
Get understanding. It was funny, you know, I answer the emails for Biblical Smoke, and people are always asked, this is a common question, what other book should I read outside the Bible?
Wow.
The Bible.
Right.
Let's start there first. You just came into the room, out in the world, and you want to, let me get some supplementary books. No, read the Bible. Understand that. Learn the commandments, and then you can get the other stuff. Give me that, what's that, 1 Peter? About milk? Desire the sincere milk. That's where you got to start at. That is where you must start at.
Hey, Cap, we had a prime example yesterday with a brother. I don't know what started it, but the brother said, what he say? He say Muslim. I don't know what. Yeah, that's some new thing. Because I'm like Muslim. He said, nah, Muslim. I said, all right, whatever. So you know he want to attack the Bible or whatever. So you know how it is. Let them talk.
Right.
Brother was like, yeah, because the Bible got too many contradictions. So, you know, we looked at him and was like, all right, so if that's true and you saying the Bible's this and that, why does your book have to use the Bible to have two legs to stand on?
Right.
Bruh, hey, Cap, my bad. You can hear a pin drop. Dang. You can hear a pin drop. But, you know, he's in a sea of purples when the question is asked. It's just like, yeah, buddy.
You
ain't got the answers.
You ain't got the answers, Wade. That's just like the loudmouth black woman. I forgot who was teaching. One of the brothers from Miami. King James was gay. Yeah. He was a white man. You got any facts?
Right. No receipts.
Nothing. Oh, all right, cool. So the white man taught you that. Oh, all right, cool.
Damn.
So, speaking of, did we read the other verse? I want to read that too. Read that too.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 2.
Hey, Lahad looked at me like, I don't read, bro. What you looking at me for, bro? You kicked me off of reading. Go ahead.
As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word.
The sincere milk of the word, read.
That ye may grow thereby.
You see that? Y'all got to desire the sincere milk of the word that you may grow thereby. I was talking with Captain Matthias about this the other day. Prophecy, I didn't invest a lot of time in the prophecy coming in. We focused on the things that was essential. If you go back and watch some of our early classes, we deal with sins, overcoming sins. As I get older, prophecy is very, I ain't gonna say it's easy. It's a lot easier now with it happening and on top of bishops and deacons teaching us all these years, but we able to digest it because what? We properly digested the milk of the word first. Set your house in order. Make sure you're doing the things that you're supposed to be in this truth. Being diligent, being faithful in this truth, applying the commandments. And when you do that, the understanding is going to come to you because just our surroundings of where you at, wisdom is going to come. Right. A lot of people try to put the cart before the horse. You can't do that. You can't do that. It'll come to you. Be in the right places, ask the right questions, and make sure you ain't in the hot seat, meaning what? You ain't in the midst of sin, and you'll be good. And when you see somebody else in the hot seat, guess what you do? Get that understanding. Be like, hey, not going to do that.
Right.
I'm going to make sure I don't do that.
Right.
And guess what? You'll be fine. But let's show those two promos real quick from the Blitz yesterday in Tallahassee.
We prophets of God, we showing examples, you know that it's vital. Know they talk toting the gun, prophets of God, we toting the Bible. We don't got guns to advocate violence, but if you run up, we leaving you silent. Precept on precept, we cut you up, so you know we always gonna be on that timing. I let them.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, we're here in Tallahassee, Florida, here today at the FAMU homecoming. Hey, our people come out here in droves every year by the thousands. Got our people walking up and down the street, buying and selling on the Lord's Day. Our sisters out here half dressed, and a lot of our people think this is a light thing. No, this shows, in fact, how destroyed we is as a people. So the prophets of the Lord came out in full force to teach our people to get their minds right, ultimately to repent as the Israelites. Hey, it's going down. We out here in full effect. Most High in Christ bless.
Hey, man. Hey, AV team, make sure y'all lighten my brother up next time, man.
Yeah, I'm about to
Great D. Add some exposure and a little bit of contrast. Bujo, don't be acting like you're looking at your phone, right. Man. Help your brother up. Help Boaz out, man. All praises.
Damn.
Play that next one. Play that next one.
What that say? Say unavailable.
Oh, it's unavailable. All right, cool. Don't worry about it if y'all can't play it. So that's what was going down. Yeah, huh? He got it. All right. He said process. Oh, he downloaded it?
He said in 5 seconds.
Oh, 5 seconds. Okay.
We got war going on. We got the election in just a couple of days. So much to go on. And what are people doing? Celebrating a football game. We still in the midst of whoredom. We still in the midst of breaking God's Sabbath days.
And upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel. So guess what? At 20 years old and upward, you were able to get married. That's what God says.
Man, we've been coming out here for about a decade, and it's still the same debauchery. Listen, Israel, we don't know our heritage. The prophets, the sons of God, the army of God is on deck
Use out that
to
network.
show our people the way, all right, man? So listen, all praises to the Most High. Let's repent as a nation. Shalom.
All praises. So as you see, our people still in the midst of wickedness.
I remember the first time I went to that. As soon as we closed out, they had a shootout out there.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that. That was a minute ago, but yes, I think we didn't even make it back on the bus yet, and they had some kind of shooting or whatever out there.
At the homecoming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All praises. Yeah, I don't went to so many. I
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what year it
Destruction
was.
follows.
Yeah, that happens at every blitz. So all praise to the Most High. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's make sure the phone line's working. 407-494-5479. We got a lot of good content. As y'all all know, Election Tuesday, not Shout Out Tuesday, but Election Tuesday is coming up. I know the deacon just hit on it. We gonna touch on it a tad bit throughout the show today. But while we do, we want to make sure y'all can call in. Y'all got the Northern Kingdom Minute ready? Let's make sure the phone line's working. Before we hand the mic over, I want to make sure Northern Kingdom call in. 407-494-5479. Go ahead, Soldier, you got it.
Yes, sir.
Can we get some music? Nah, they ain't got Northern Kingdom music queued up. It's all right.
Let's get it started. We're going to go into the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference that was held this year.
I just see a whole bunch of bywords.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. You know, when we have our leadership get together, they get the men together, we get plans.
Right.
The vision is put forth according to the will of the Most High God.
Right.
We're going to see what the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference has in comparison. Go ahead.
National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference to host 2024 Latino Evangelical. On October 15th, the National Hispanic Leadership Conference will host the 2024 Latino Evangelical Leadership
How
Summit.
many times you gonna read this?
From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The theme
at the prestigious Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C. The theme for this year's summit is strength, which encapsulates the Hispanic Church's collective resolve and commitment to fortifying communities through faith, leadership, and unity.
So that's what they say is going to be going on there. Have leadership, faith, and community. We'll see. Go ahead.
The conference will feature some of the most influential Latino evangelical voices in the country.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Let's scroll down. Let's go right now. What says right now?
Right now, our world is full of conflict and division, which places our pastors and leaders under immense pressure.
Under what?
Immense pressure.
Now, leadership, that sounds like fear to me.
Right, yep.
And the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear.
There you go.
But they just said that they're going to be bringing community.
Right.
They're going to be bringing in a collective effort to bring people together. Go ahead.
Said Reverend.
It says, my bad, it says immense pressure. And I want to make sure I harp on this because our leadership, bishops all the way down, is teaching us, prepare yourselves for the day to come.
Right.
Ain't no fear in that.
Right.
We're preparing ourselves both spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Right. Exactly.
But y'all supposed to be the Hispanic Convention of Leaders. Let's read.
Said Reverend Samuel Rodriguez, president of NHCLC. The summit is both a haven of rest and a catalyst of action for evangelical leaders, and it reminds us all that there is a refuge in the gospel and strength in community.
Now, we find refuge here at IUIC. How? In the Gospels, telling us that the destruction of our enemy, this war that we see going on, is our rest. That's our salvation.
Right.
But they're speaking from a position of fear. Go ahead.
We want every Latino pastor to know that they are not alone and that we stand united against isolation and service of the kingdom of God.
Read that again. Against isolation.
Against isolation and service of the kingdom of God.
In service. So if you separate yourself from what they got going on, which is what we have, telling the truth,
right,
then it says what? They're uniting up against that. Go ahead, read.
all for God's glory.
They're doing it all for God's glory. Scroll down. We see the panel. Here we're going to see the panel of all the so-called Latino leaders that are doing absolutely nothing for Northern Kingdom. There's at least 30 names, 30 faces. You probably catch
some
them.
of these names. Let me hear their names.
Yes, sir.
I can't see.
We got
top left.
Gilbert Velez, Robert Stearns, David Wells,
Samuel Rodriguez is the president of this organization. Okay. That gentleman.
Samuel Rodriguez, Carlos Campos.
Now, those two names are going to be prevalent further down because they kind of contradict one another. Go ahead.
Johnny Moore, Israel Bermudez, Alton Garrison, David Scarpetta.
Nobody's.
Andrea Rodriguez.
No, I just wanted to hit the last thing. That's what I wanted. I wanted to hit it. They got their slave master name as well, which they do.
Correct.
Go ahead. That's all I wanted. Go ahead. You can pick up soldiers.
Yes, sir. Scroll down. Yep. Scrolling down.
You got Esau mingled up in there.
Yeah,
right.
Say some $5 Hispanics.
Let's hold it right there. The Center for Kingdom Collaboration.
The Center for Kingdom Collaboration.
Now, that was the theme and the organization for this year's event, the Center of Kingdom Collaboration. Go ahead.
Serving as a bridge among diverse Christian leaders.
That's a problem right there. Diverse Christian leaders.
Right.
If the real Christians were what? Under one spirit.
Yep.
Can two walk together unless they agree, people?
Right.
No. Read.
And organizations.
Right.
This center is focused on fostering unity and cooperation by actively pursuing the fulfillment of John 17:21. Make us one. We can amplify our impact and more effectively address the spiritual and social challenges of our time.
Make us one, meaning what? If you're not, the make us one for us is if you're not aligning yourselves, if your message is not aligning with what the will of the Most High is, you're not making yourself one with Him. It's with what you want.
Right.
So you're leading our people to complete destruction. Let's scroll down. Right there. Actually, scroll back up to where it says let me see. Each center is designed. That was it on that. Let's get the next article, the next page.
Hey,
we just wanted to bring that out. Yes, sir.
Hey, one thing they were saying up top is the whole conference, they basically trying to say that this place is supposed to have the people at rest.
Right.
This is supposed to be a place of comfort, right? But what it sounds like they doing is they making it comfortable to be in America.
There you go.
They making it comfortable for everybody to continue in the sin that they in. Can I get Micah too? Because this place, everything that comes with Babylon, the religion, the politics, everything that they put in front of our people to try to make it seem like this is what it's supposed to be.
Right.
It's for our detriment. It's for our destruction. 2 and 10.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
The Bible said this is not your rest, but yet they teaching something contrary. They teaching that this when we teach the Christian doctrine, this is going to give you rest.
Right.
That ain't what the Bible say. Read.
Because it is polluted.
This land is polluted with everything that the white man has to offer. It don't matter how much money he give you. This land is still polluted. Come on.
It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
That's what this is. This whole conference is just leading our people into another burning bush, another burning fire. That's all it is.
Right.
That's right. That goes into the diversity of the Christian leaders.
Exactly.
You got some that are Catholic, some that are coming in that are Baptist, some that are Protestant.
Come as you are.
Right. Come as you are. And that's going to lead to destruction.
You damn right. They said they fulfilling John 17:21, right?
Right.
Hey, real quick, get John 17. Get John 17. Because this goes back into the confusion. How you going to have multiple denominations, but there's one way, according to the Bible? Like when we was at out there at the event, sister with a man, he's a Christian, she's a Catholic. I said, oh, my God. And we asked them, is there multiple ways? They're like, no. I said, no, all of this is just confusion. So, hey, watch
Was
this.
that little light-skinned girl you was telling
Yeah.
He was Catholic or she was Catholic?
She said she was Catholic and he's a Christian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why I was stuck there like, yo, this is just madness right now.
I ain't never met a black Catholic.
I don't know if she black. I'm thinking about it.
Get out. Get out.
Read. So they said they fulfilling John 17:21. Read that first.
John chapter 17, verse 21. That they all may be one.
That we all may be one. Now, we understand they think that all is talking about all nations.
Right.
That's the problem, right? But here's the point, though. Even if you think that, it said that they all may be one. What's going to make them all one? Read verse 17.
Verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Right. The word of God is his laws. So wait a second. How y'all going to be all one when none of y'all is applying the laws of God?
Right.
It makes absolutely no sense. It's just confusion.
Yep.
Jump to verse 20.
Verse 20. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word.
Through their word, it all goes back to the laws of God. Like you was bringing out earlier, Cap, you got to focus on the milk, right? Because without the milk, you end up in situations like this, talking about we having a conference of unifying multiple opinions.
Yep.
That's ultimately what they having.
Hey, I gotta hit on this too. It's a lot of stuff on that one.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm gonna let you go, but I gotta hit this one
Yes, sir,
because
yes, sir.
they're trying to bring all these different denominations as y'all brought up. 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. This is why the Christian church is a joke. The only thing they unite in is sin. That's it. If it's sin involved, they down with it. Oh, you celebrate Christmas? We do too. You do trick or treat? We do too. You bring up Passover? You bring up Black Jesus? You bring up the laws of God? Oh, they want separation quick.
Right.
But they can agree on everything else as long as it's wickedness. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10.
And this is for you other Israelite camps, in which we saw another Israelite camp out there yesterday. Guess what? We didn't have no problem with the brothers. We saluted the brothers and kept it moving. We can do that with you brothers that's trying to teach the laws to the best of your ability, and you actually practicing the commandments. We understand everybody gonna have the same understanding. That don't mean we're gonna keep the Passover together. That don't mean we're gonna keep the new moon together. That don't mean we're gonna do it. But guess what? When we see you, hey, we shalom you. We keep it moving. Read.
Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing.
This is key. That what?
That ye all speak the same thing.
You ain't speaking the same thing. The Catholics don't believe the same things as the Protestant don't believe the same things. Seventh-day Adventists don't believe. No, that's why we don't join hands with these other people.
Right.
We all must speak the same thing. Read.
And that there be no divisions.
No what?
No divisions.
No divisions where?
Among you.
You see that? So yes, we can't join hands. That's why we come and we teach. That's why we blitz the churches. That's why we do the blitz all these, so we can teach you the correct way. Because when you read, there's one Lord, one faith, one Christ, one God, one baptism. Understand that. Go ahead, Soldier.
I see us. All praises. And this is one of the topics that was brought up during that conference, during that meeting. This is what they wanted to really harp on. Go ahead and read that.
War in Gaza tests historically strong Latino evangelical support for Israel.
Remember, they wanted to bring forth the evangelical leaders, right? And we're going to see what takes place.
Hey,
Go ahead,
they
sir.
said, do you want this money or not?
Right.
That's what they said.
Right.
That's how, hey, they was spit right in our face.
Right.
With a title like that, how strong Latino evangelical support is, they let you know it. Hey, you look, go ahead, bro.
No, you good.
That's
Also, go
crazy.
ahead.
That's crazy.
All right, scroll down. That's exactly what it is. Scroll down. And remember, we read about Samuel and Carlos in the last article, right? Go ahead.
Carlos.
The war in Gaza is testing the historically strong support evangelical Latinos have given to Israel.
This is where the immense pressure goes into, how they mentioned it. Why? Because now there's division within their organization. Some of them are siding with Gaza. Some of them are siding with Israel. We side with the Most High God and what he says in his scriptures.
Right.
Go ahead.
The big picture. Divisions over the Hamas-Israel war highlight bubbling tensions among Latino evangelicals.
But they're supposed to be on the same page.
Right.
They're supposed to be on the same page, but the Bible tells us we're supposed to be speaking exactly what Kat brought out, speaking the same thing.
Right. They'll let you know they ain't reading the same Bible.
At all.
Yeah.
They ain't reading the same Bible. They ain't got the same interpretations.
Correct.
So how y'all gonna come together?
Yes, sir.
You want some more on that, or you good on that? That's what you want to bring out.
A little more on that.
All right.
Just a little more. Yes, sir.
In the U.S., as congregations grow in numbers and become more diverse.
That's right. Let's go all the way, scroll all the way down. Right there where it says details. Yep. Samuel Rodriguez. Scroll up a little bit. Yep, right there.
Details. It is not uncommon to see an Israeli flag in many Latino evangelical churches.
That makes no sense. Go ahead.
Never seen.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. And this is coming from the president of this organization. Read.
Auditoriums or in prominent places in churches. Reverend Samuel Rodriguez Jr., president of the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference, tells Axios.
That is wild. So now they have a division in between what? Israel, those dividing with Israel and Hamas. What they tell us, if I could pull a script, Cap, Luke, let me get Luke 21, please. Luke 21 and verse, let's go to verse 34. Luke 21 and verse 34, because this is wild. This is confusion. Go ahead.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 34.
Right.
And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting.
You're going to be worrying about, or you're going to be under immense pressure when you see the wars coming up, because your leaders in the National Hispanic Leadership Conference are failing in teaching you what's to come, how to prepare yourselves. They're more focused on taking sides. We either side with Gaza or we either side with Israel.
Right.
That's wrong. Go ahead.
And drunkenness and cares of this life.
Why? Because you're caring for the material things of this life. Also, had brought out. Hey, you gonna take this money? Yes or no? We're gonna talk about this war.
Hey, not only that, what the hell this Hamas-Israel thing got to do with our people anyway?
There you go.
Like, the cares of this life, when you get your, that's why the scriptures say evil communication, equally yoked. Like, we can't be equally yoked with the nation problems. We don't have the same problems.
That's right.
We worried about education. We worried about houses being too expensive. We worried about our kids not even being taught their history in schools. We don't have the same problem as the other nations. That's what our people get caught up in. Getting caught up in this politics is what's going to get a lot of them killed.
That's right.
Hey, what I see is confusion of faces.
Yep.
Give me that, Daniel, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because the fact that we over here praying for Israel is crazy.
Correct.
It's mind-blowing. Like I say all the time, we used to always pray for Israel when I was in the church. In the black church, make sure we praying for the Jews. Like but the thing about it, meanwhile, back at the ranch, they don't never say nothing about the Israelites during the actual sermon or nothing. It's just like at the end, make sure we praying for Israel. There's a lot of trying times going on over there, and you don't understand who the hell you are. It's backwards. Read that.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 8. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face.
To what?
To us belongeth confusion of face.
To us belongs confusion of face. To the fact that we all over here going by the name of Rodriguez, Vargas, Ortiz, all these different Spaniard names, and you got the nerve to pray for the Jewish people who ain't the Jews, showing you y'all is confused. You confused as hell.
Wow. That's absolutely true. Hey, if we could, go ahead. Yes, sir. If we could scroll all the way down to the bottom of the article, because we're going to show what exactly brings the confusion, because Cap is on the money. What exactly is bringing the confusion? Keep scrolling. It's going to be towards the bottom, right? Little higher. Scroll up. Right there. Yep. Like white evangelicals. You're going to see who's bringing the confusion, y'all.
Just read, like evangelicals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right there. Like white evangelicals.
Like white evangelicals, Latino evangelicals believe that there must be a strong Israel before there can be the second coming of Jesus Christ.
That's the guy that's bringing the confusion. There he is, right there.
Evangelicals.
He's a puppet.
Wherever the white man is, there's a confusion of faces.
You know what's interesting about the statement, though? There's some truth to that.
Yeah.
Because that's Malachi 4. The problem is he's not telling them that's you.
Right.
There you go. It's happening. But the people that's doing that, y'all hate the hell out of us. Y'all hate us. You good on that?
One more bullet point.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Right below it. It says, some believe
that supporting Israel is supporting God's plan.
Wow.
And that's from one of the pastors, supporting God's. Okay, come on now, guys. We know the truth of the Bible. Damn. Now, I just sent one more link, and that's it. I just wanted to show whoever, the person that's supporting this right here. The person that's supporting, the white evangelical that's supporting the Latino movement. Let's see who has hacked. Read that for me real quick.
Hispanic churches.
Nah, just the top left also.
Billy Graham.
Who was it?
Billy Graham.
And he has what now?
El Diablo.
Exactly.
Hispanic churches could impact evangelism in the U.S.
That's all I wanted. Billy Graham and his movement are doing what? Are hijacking the fact that you, so-called Hispanics, are the Israelites of the Bible.
Hey,
wake up.
Meanwhile, you brought out the book last week showing you who the Hispanics are.
Yes, sir.
We got history hundreds of years ago showing you who you are, but now today you follow the white man. Give me Ezekiel 36.
Yes, sir.
Ezekiel 36 and start at verse let's start at verse 17.
Yes, sir. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 17. Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land.
When we dwelt in our own land, read.
They defiled it.
They what?
They defiled it.
Remember, that's why they took a counsel among themselves, specifically Northern Kingdom. They said, hey, we're going to take a counsel amongst ourselves that we go and dwell in another land where we can keep the commandments that we never kept. Right. Read.
They defiled it by their own way and by their doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman.
It was like a mistress rag. Read.
Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathen.
That's where we at today. Now we're scattered amongst the heathen. Read.
And they were dispersed through the countries. According to their way and according to their doings, I judged them.
Read.
And when they entered unto the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name.
What did we do?
They profaned my holy name.
We profaned the Lord's name. Read.
When they said to them.
When they said to what?
When they said to them.
We profane the Lord. When we say to these other nations. Read.
These are the people of the Lord.
When what?
These are the people of the Lord.
Now we sitting here calling the Jewish man the people of the Lord.
Right.
We saying that, yeah, we need to pray for them because those are the people of God. Those are the Jews. Meanwhile, we profaning the name of the Lord right before his eyes. Read.
And are gone forth out of his land.
And are gone forth out of his land.
Damn.
So, that's showing you the Bible is a true book. Right. The Bible is a true book. All right, let's get into it. What we got next? Damn you, Billy Graham.
Billy Graham.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Alabama church calls blacks who vote for Trump ignorant, stupid Negroes who will bring niggas who will bring back slavery.
So they said if you vote for Trump, Trump gonna bring back slavery. So my question to you is, what is Kamala gonna do?
Right.
What has Biden done? Y'all, Negro, you gonna bring back slavery for voting? How about that?
Right.
Give me Hosea 9:13. If you think somebody's going to get in God's graces because of who you vote for, you wrong.
Right.
You wrong. If you think God is going to reward your vote, you know what? We did a good job voting. I'm going to bless America. I'm going to bless that candidate. No.
Don't work like that.
Don't work like that. Read that.
Hosea chapter 9 and verse 13. Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is
that what I want? That ain't what I want. I want Hosea is at 8 and 13. I want they came unto him 13 and 9. Maybe that's it. I got it. I got dyslexic for a second.
Yes, sir.
13 and 9.
Hosea chapter 13 and verse 9. O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
Thou hast destroyed thyself. Why? Because we go vote on our own. Ain't nobody putting a gun to our head.
Right.
We actually get killed trying to vote. We say our ancestors died for this.
Right.
So we got to make sure we use our power. We got to make sure we use our voice. No. Read.
But in me is thy help.
But what?
But in me is thy help.
Who's calling for God to help? Nobody.
Right.
They saying if you vote for Trump, he gonna bring back slavery. Let's read a little bit of this article.
Alabama church calls blacks who vote for Trump ignorant, stupid niggas who will bring back slavery.
Why are you running?
Warning African Americans, a vote for Trump will put blacks back to picking cotton.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we is picking cotton right now, Negro.
Damn.
It's called minimum wage. It's called the 13th Amendment.
Hey, ain't that irony for you? Look what he put on the front of his church. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Damn.
That is crazy.
Yep. Go ahead, scroll down. This is the black church for y'all. This is the black church.
A Birmingham Baptist church is targeting black voters with a sign calling those who plan to vote for Trump ignorant, stupid Negroes.
Well, you know who this is.
Yep. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
El Cinder, small town, Pennsylvania. How you gentlemen making out?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I was listening to Deacon Ithorn. I think it was yesterday. And he mentioned that. I mean, you got to think though about it. Though I mean, Trump being the son of a Klansman,
right?
It does make us look a little stupid that we would vote for him. I mean, we are known for doing stupid stuff,
right?
I mean, if you can walk through the Red Sea and see water on both sides of you. And then when you get to the other side, you shoot the Almighty the bird, because, I mean, Moses did have to kill a bunch of them. We have been known in history to do some stupid things.
Yep.
So, I mean, so that is kind of ignorant to look at the son of a Klansman and say, I love Massa and I'm going to vote for him. But I was listening to Ithon yesterday, and he said that you give a little respect for the brothers that went before us. They didn't know about the tribes and the truth and all of that, but they did pave the way for us to go on the street and have the right of assembly.
Right.
And so he didn't say nothing about vote, not like that, but he did say that he have to acknowledge that they did make a way that we can go out with, what is that, Ezekiel 3:10, 3:9, somewhere along in there, right, about the children of the captivity. And so he did mention that. So I said, well, they did have a benefit, because, like, I know it's a dispute going back and forth, but I would hate to see the brothers jumping out of bathrooms like Paul had to do.
Right.
And so it does help that you can have the freedom of assembly. Now, this is one thing I just want to pass by your food for thought. Now, say that Kamala, and by the way, her grandfathers and all of them, they were sugarcane slaves in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm only talking about her father now. I ain't talking about her mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But anyway, but just think about this now. Say you wake up Wednesday, Thursday, and Kamala wins, right? Now, nobody in IUIC has nothing to worry about so far as keeping the awakening going, right? But this is the catch. You look at each other and you say, now we can keep going under our sister, although she's in an interracial marriage and she's in the 2/3, but never, okay. But we can look at her and say, we can keep going. The government is not going to oppress us, right? But this is the catch. You didn't do anything to keep her. It's like a guilt conscience to me. I didn't do nothing to put her in power, but I'm going to take advantage of the fact that she is in power. Now I can keep going with the awakening, but I didn't do nothing to keep her in power. See, it's like somebody else worked and brought the food home and I ate it, but I didn't do none of the work. I just got a little funny feeling about that. I didn't help her get elected, because I know if that monster get elected, he done already told the policeman all complete immunity. They kick your door in, talking about they smell dope. Your wife is taking a shower. They don't care. They yank out of their butt naked.
Right.
See, that's what you're looking for. That's what's on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to feel like, did I do anything?
So,
I mean, Kamala's in. Thank you, Kamala's in. But,
let me listen. We don't worry about politics. It don't matter who win. Listen, it don't matter who win. I gave you the scripture last week. The king's heart is where? Because I don't know if I'm gonna give you a news flash. You know Trump been the president, right?
right.
And we was teaching the Bible then.
Right.
And guess what? We're gonna teach the Bible after. So it don't matter who the president, don't matter who the vice president. The Lord said in the last days, his people is gonna wake up. So guess what? This word gonna go forth.
That's right.
And we gonna be persecuted.
You're right about that.
Yeah, we gonna be persecuted no matter who in office.
That's right.
That's gotta happen.
Right. I guess you're right. I mean, he did call for the awakening no matter what.
Right. Yep. That's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, I understand that. So anyway, just my food for thought, because another Trump man, he don't have the people around him saying that, hey man, you can't do that, it's illegal. He ain't gonna have that this time. It's just complete dictatorship.
Yep.
And so, hey, but I still put it in the hands of the Almighty, brother.
All praise.
I'm all for IUIC, that's for sure.
Nah, you good.
But I didn't know nothing. All I knew was white Jesus, shake a tambourine, God loves everybody.
Right.
That's all I knew. Because I came from the Church of God in Christ, they ain't never taught me nothing. Bro.
All praise. Thank you for calling in.
God bless y'all, brother.
Yes, sir. So I want to touch on that a little bit, because a lot of people do kind of feel like that. And what that is, that's a lack of faith. We still think that God wants us to do something on that. The Most High don't give a damn about no politics.
Right.
He don't. Let's see what he said about that. Give me Timothy, 2 Timothy 2, and what God said his stance is towards this. Remember, Christ himself called Herod a fox.
Yep.
We didn't fool with no politicians. We got more power than all of them.
That's right.
He said, hey, you wouldn't be in this place if my father didn't allow you that.
Damn.
Right.
Understand that. Read that.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. No man that warreth.
No man that what?
No man that warreth.
We at war right now. No man that warreth. Read.
Entangleth himself.
Does what?
Entangleth himself.
Go cast the ballots. Picketing for a politician. No man that warreth. Read.
Entangleth himself.
With what?
With the affairs.
With the what?
With the affairs of this life.
With the affairs. With the affairs of this life. What are the affairs of this life? Politics.
Right.
Trying to figure out who gonna vote, what policies they. We don't give a damn about none of that.
Right.
The Lord controls everything. That is what we must understand. That's why we're going over this. It's dumb for these for these churches to be picking and choosing of who they want to vote. No. If you believe in the Almighty God of the heavens and earth, the same man that delivered us out of Egypt, if you believe that you keeping the commandments in the faith of Christ, guess what? Certain things are going to happen regardless.
Yep.
Right.
Guess what? While Sleepy Joe is in office, all this stuff been going on.
Right.
So it don't matter. We don't even really have a president right now. And the prophecies are still coming to pass.
That's right.
So it don't matter. It does not matter. Guess what? The Bible's already written, and none one of these shall fail.
That's right.
And what's written in there? Give me Matthew 10 real quick. Matthew 10. Because he said, well, if she in office, things may not be as bad. You're going to be able to push.
You know what that is? That almost sounds like, since we didn't vote for her,
there you go.
She's in there.
Right.
Let's just support her.
There you go.
Hell
there you go.
no.
There you go. And then somebody hold Jeremiah 8 and 28.
Yep.
Hold that for me, please. Don't let me forget it. Matthew 10, I want start at verse 22.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 22.
And this is regardless of who's in office, whether you got a Democrat or a Republican, whether you got a 60-year-old woman, black woman, if you want to call her black, she ain't black, Indian woman, or whether you got an Edomite. Read what the Bible says.
And ye shall be hated of all men.
You shall be what?
Hated of all men.
But not if a Democrat in office.
Hated of all men.
Not if a Republican in office.
Of all men.
Why?
For my name's sake.
You see that? That's what y'all ain't understanding. Right. When you put the fringes on, when you keep the Sabbath, when you teach this Bible with authority, you're going to be hated of all men regardless of who's in office. Read.
But he that endureth unto the end shall be saved.
Read.
But when they persecute you in this city.
Hold on, but what?
But when they persecute you.
It says if.
But when.
But what?
When.
But when. These things are going to come to pass regardless of who's in office. When they persecute you, read.
In this city. Flee ye into another.
Read.
For verily I say unto you, ye shall have not gone over the cities of Israel to the Son of Man become. The disciple is not above his master.
If we are truly the disciples of Christ, we understand. What did Christ go through? Imprisonment, death.
Right.
If we're not above him, we understand, guess what's awaiting us? Imprisonment, death.
Right.
Hatred, betrayal. These things are going to happen. Read.
The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord.
You see that? Ain't no Democratic Party above Christ in what Christ said. Ain't no Republican Party above Christ in what Christ said.
Right.
Hell, the rulers during the time, they said, hey, Christ, you ain't even do nothing, bro.
Right.
Hey, I guess this is prophecy. Right. It's like, hey, you ain't do nothing, but they asking for you to die, bro. We got to do it. Why? Because that was the prophecy.
Right.
Now give me Jeremiah 8:28. This is why it don't matter who's in office again. Because what we teach is against this whole kingdom.
Right.
It don't matter who's in office. Read that.
What you looking for, Cap?
Jeremiah
8,
I got you.
28.
Jeremiah 28. 28 verse 8. The prophets that have
what?
The prophets.
We are the real prophets of the Bible. Read.
That have been before me.
That have been before. Jeremiah was cast into dung. Paul was arrested. Christ was arrested.
Right.
Read.
And before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
They did what?
Prophesied both against many countries.
The stuff that we're doing, all of this stuff is going to be held against us in the court of law. And all we're going to say is, hey, that's what the Bible says.
Right.
Didn't you just tell me to put my hand on the Bible?
Yep.
And swear that I'm telling you the truth? The Bible says all nations is going into captivity according to Jeremiah 30. The Bible says the white man's going into captivity according to Revelation 13. The Bible says you guilty and worthy of death according to Exodus 21. That's what it says. I can't change that. That ain't my opinion. That's what God said. Now, they got to reason in themselves whether they want to condemn God or not.
Right.
But I'm reading the Bible.
Right.
That's why it says you're going to be justified by your sayings. Read.
Prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
And against what?
Great kingdoms.
America is a great kingdom. Read.
Of war and of evil.
We're going to prophesy against them of war and of evil. Read.
And of pestilence.
And of pestilence. Read.
The prophet which prophesieth of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him.
And that's what you've been seeing. We've been prophesying all these things for years.
Right.
The bishop, decades. And now it's coming to pass in these last days. And guess what? You able to see who's the real prophets and who's not. Right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, your Christian pastor is still prophesying of wealth and praying for Israel and prosperity and one nation. Oh, man, listen. It don't matter, y'all. It don't matter who's in office. We gonna prophesy against this country.
Right.
And this country is wicked and evil, thus saith the Lord. It's gonna be burnt with fire.
That's right.
So that's what we gonna prophesy. And guess what they gonna do? They gonna lock us up because of it.
Right.
But God already said, hey, check this out. I got something for you. Give me that in Joel. God said, look, when it get bad, when y'all getting killed, when y'all getting locked up, when y'all getting persecuted, I got the solution for you. I got the solution for you. Joel 2. Joel 2, start at verse 17.
Joel chapter 2 and verse 17. Let the priests, the ministers of the Lord, weep before the porch and the altar.
Weep before the porch and the altar. Read.
And let them say, spare thy people, O Lord. Spare thy people, O Lord.
It's going to get bad. And we're going to pray. We're going to pray together. We're going to fast together. And we're going to say, spare thy people, O Lord. Read.
And give not thy heritage to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them.
Read.
Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their God?
Those that are weak of faith, they're going to question. They're going to question, why is this happening? Because they ain't been reading the Bible.
Exactly.
They've been thinking, well, Kamala's black, so why is this stuff happening now?
Right.
I thought she was a Democrat.
Cap, we just went through this with Obama. We went through 8 years of getting murdered in the streets.
Right.
And he didn't even speak on none of it.
None of it. Read.
Verse 18. Then will the Lord be jealous for his land.
Then will the Lord be jealous for his land. Read.
And pity his people.
Read.
Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn.
The Lord's going to send us corn. That's symbolic of what? Food. There's going to be famine. Read.
And wine.
And wine. We're going to have myrrh. Read.
And oil. And ye shall be satisfied therewith.
He going to give us supplies that we need. Because when you go back to Matthew 10, we're going to try to go into the city and not be able to.
Right.
So what's going to happen? Supplies are going to be scarce, but the Lord going to make sure we got a way. Read.
And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen.
Read.
But I will remove far off from you.
But I will what?
Remove far off from you.
What?
The northern army.
What's the northern army? U.S. troops, civil law, martial law.
Right.
It's going to be bad. They're going to be knocking on doors. Hey, come with us.
Yep.
But guess what? It's going to come a time when, guess what? Allah Akbar happened. They're going to need all their troops.
Yep.
And we're going to be back at peace again.
Right.
That's why y'all got to read the Bible.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of y'all show y'all don't read the Bible, and you lack faith.
Yep.
And we're not mad at you, but you got to read. Pay attention to the classes. Pay attention to the classes. The fact that you said one is a lesser evil.
He ain't pay attention to Bishop last night.
Nah.
He brought out all the systems and the axis and the abstracts that she supports that destroys our people.
There you go.
Two heads, but the same snake.
There you go. Deacon Malachi just went over it.
Yep.
Get it real quick, Revelation 13. Get it real quick for my brother who hate the Christian pastors, but don't understand that all politics is set up by the white man.
Right.
Don't matter. It's just a face in the front.
Right.
It's a face. The system, that's why they call these things systems.
Right.
You have a political system. It has a desired outcome. You have an economic system. It has a desired outcome. You have an education system. It has a desired outcome. But guess what? It doesn't matter who the face is. The system is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen regardless.
Right.
Read.
You want verse 2, Cap?
I want
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11.
There you go.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Read.
And he had 2 horns.
Had what?
2 horns.
2 horns is the 2 political parties, Democrat and Republican. It don't matter what face is in front of it. Y'all keep holding on to black. Like you just stated, Barack Obama had 8 years.
Right.
Yep.
He's black and he's a male. What
Right.
changed?
Right.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Read.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon.
He had 2 horns like a lamb. They appear that they want to help you,
Right.
but they spake as a dragon. Why? Because when they get in office, the same things are going to happen. We're going to continue to be persecuted. We're
Right.
going to continue to have Planned Parenthood in our neighborhoods.
Right.
We're going to continue to not get reparations.
Right.
The same things are going to happen.
To this
Shame on you. Shame on any of you. If y'all think something's going to change for the better here in America. You think an interest rate is good? You ain't supposed to be paying no damn
Right.
interest.
That's right.
If they can put the interest rate at 2%, it still ain't good.
Right.
Right.
Because you ain't supposed to. We supposed to be charging interest against them.
Right.
Right.
Hey, that go back to didn't you read the Micah earlier?
Yeah.
This place will pollute you. That's exactly how it does it.
Right.
It slowly but surely pollutes you because it makes you feel as if change is coming. Nah, that remind me Captain Kimmel. He always had this thing he showed me with Charlie Brown.
Right. Yep.
She put the football up there.
There you go.
And he kept on going to go kick it and he moved it away. And every year we do the same thing. It was vote or die with Obama them, with Diddy of all people.
Diddy, yep.
Right? You have all these, and then Obama's campaign was what? Change you could believe in.
Yep.
Right.
And hope.
Right.
And hope.
Right.
And all he did was give sodomites the right to get married.
That was it.
Damn.
That was it. Ain't nothing changing. We went over it last week, showing you Kamala. She said that she was going to get reparations.
Right.
She's smiling, and
Man,
Right.
I ain't heard about none of that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Her points that we went through a few weeks
Yeah.
ago, it didn't say nothing about reparations.
Nah.
She ain't doing that.
Nah.
That's
Only thing she
false
said
hope.
was, "You're at the wrong convention."
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. False hope, false hope, false hope. Hey, let's take a quick commercial break, y'all. We're going to take a quick commercial break and get right back. We had to touch that. We had to touch it.
Yep.
You keep bringing it up.
Yeah. Politics is hot right now. People is worrying about this election on Tuesday.
Right.
They think something going to happen. Something is going to happen. But it ain't what you think it is.
Right.
Go ahead.
And that's when we saw it.
It's getting cloudy. When our chariots come, then we outie. If you bout it, white robes in the closet, redeeming my body, that's already done. I shine like a star with my brothers, my God is the sun. Thy kingdom come. That was finished before the first minute when all this begun.
The sky might fall, but the prophecy still living on. Prophesying about destruction to come. I just wanna right all of my wrongs. These the end times. So I had to seek him 10 times. The onslaught from the bomb drop got me praying I don't miss the deadline. In the twinkle of an eye, falling stars risen back to the sky. Fire falling, ain't nowhere else to hide. Heathens talking but don't want to lie. My king come to set up the kingdom. Mash it all like he pressing the wine. Freedom from the clutches of Edom. Fleecing cause I don't want to die.
It's getting cloudy. When our chariots come, then we outie. If you bout it, white robes in the closet, redeeming my body, that's already done. I shine like a star with my brothers, my God is the sun. Thy kingdom come. That was finished before the first minute when all this begun.
I know that they hate me. Terrorists come swinging, my Lord come and save me. Look at the vessel my Lord came and gave me. He came with the army, ain't talking no Navy. Damn, drowning that sea getting wavy. Damn, ain't no more running to safety. Damn, all of this power that run through my body, there's no way that they can detain me. The meek get the blessing. Guys in the building, we kicking like Tekken. Want the reward, so I'm kingdom investing. Snapping like Thanos in different dimensions. It's truly a blessing. Chosen by God, hope you paying attention. Ain't no more pain in the day of redemption, at least for the ones that he calls the election.
It's getting cloudy. When our chariots come, then we outie. If you bout it, white White robes in the closet, redeeming my body, that's already done. I shine like a star with my brothers, my God is the sun. Thy kingdom come, that was finished before the first minute when all is begun.
As I said before, we'd always read this day would come. They warned us to be standing here now. The feeling, if you only knew.
Yeah. You alright? Look, music sound good, so they all vibe to it. Scriptures coming out and they all slide to it. Ever seen the sun in the nighttime? Music sound good, so they all vibe to it. Bullets start hitting and they all die to it. Meddle in your sins and you might die. Yeah, look. When I put on my fringes, I lost all my friends. Not trying to be different, just trying to make a difference. They hopped in the bins while I did my father's business. I'm keeping the distance, but I'm still going the distance. I'm all in the scriptures, then they still popping prescriptions. Nah. They call it a Saturday, I call it a Sabbath day. They call it a holiday, I call it a holy day. They call it their birthday, I call it the worst day. They gon' hit the club, everybody looking thirsty. Yeah. Vibe with me, she say vibe with me. I said nah, she say why? Cause I got a wife and I'm fine, Brittany. She say, we can go and hide. I said nah, I serve the most high. She say shut up boy and come get high with me now. Vibe. They said they got that loud, we could smoke on volume. I said nah, they say how come? Cause you sound dumb and he comes in the volume. No matter how you try to run, he can find you. And that's real talk. But music sound good, so they all vibe to it. Scriptures coming out and they all slide to it. Ever seen the sun in the nighttime? Yeah. Music sound good, so they all vibe to it. Bullets start hitting and they all die to it. Meddling in sin and you might die. Oh yeah.
Gave up chasing hoes, gave up splitting switches. I wanna live righteous, they wanna live wicked. She wanted my last name, I want nothing with her. She wanted my baby, I want out the picture. You live in theology, your life is a fairy tale. I live in reality, my life is a living hell. Your name must be April, where you take me for a fool. I never finished college, but I study with the Jews. The Jews show me something, they say never follow women. That's how do your calamorous, always in the cameras. You stay in the mirror like, how this make my booty look. We can't never leave, cause spiritually you hold us up. Right with me, she say right with me. I say no, she like why? Cause I got a life and I'm fine with me. Now I know, cause this mean I woke. I'm not down with you, gotta go. Is it only me? You sound like Britney now.
I'm bold, like I'm all in black. Ain't no small thing, like I'm all in cash. Cause I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm bold, like I'm all in black. Ain't no small thing, like I'm all in cash. Cause I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right, too. I know. I want them to hit my vibe. What they used to call it back in the day, scoop bopping?
Oh, scatting.
I'm scatting right now.
Brothers don't know about jazz.
In the United States, the presidential.
Whoa. Right now. What kind of spirit they got?
IT said they got stuff to do.
Wait
a minute. Okay, we got a sound guy. So, because of that call, we got, y'all know we here for the people. We got to make it. We know if he called in with that, some other y'all that's watching, y'all got that same thought in your mind. This is what I want y'all to understand at the end of the day. Your vote literally does not matter, A.
Right.
And 2, it really does not matter because of the Electoral College. And we're going to show y'all that. Some of y'all may not understand it, but we're going to put it to you. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, caller. Where you calling from?
I am calling from Central Florida. I'm from the islands.
Hey, what's going on, sis? What's your question or comment?
I just want to say it's a good job that IUIC is doing. And please don't lose sight of the mission.
Yes.
You know, all this debate and everything they want to have out there. These wicked Israelites don't want to understand that. Fine.
Right.
I saw the leadership in the Solomon Islands.
Right.
And, you know, the people there, you could see they're so cordial. They want the word, they're listening, you know, they're respectful. So if people here don't want to listen, you know, don't forget the people on the other side, you know, and you guys doing a great job. And I just hope that Israel really donate to the Booster Club so everyone can go out there and give the people the word. And thank you guys. Great job.
All praises.
All praises.
There it is. Yeah.
Hey, I like them type of calls. I like them type of calls. All
Exhortation.
So we got to give y'all some history lessons for those of you out there that want to vote on Tuesday, or your auntie want to take you down there. You know, thank God I never voted. I was too young when Obama ran the first time. I was like, I remember reading his speeches in class. We had a public speaking class. I read his speech. We can. All that different stuff. Lord's will. The next year, I mean, thank you to the Most High. Next year I came into the truth, but I was like, man, I know politics, it's intoxicating. You want to think somebody, but if y'all listening and watching this show, God is way more powerful than any man.
That's right.
Way more powerful than any man, but y'all lack faith.
Right.
Because it's been so long, it's like, well, he really loved us. Why we like this?
Right.
Because of our disobedience. Right. Well, press play. We're going to give y'all a history lesson real quick.
In the United States, the presidential candidate who gets the most votes isn't necessarily the candidate who wins.
Pause. You see that? They just told you that right there.
That is confusing.
They just told you that right there. So the popular vote don't matter.
Right.
Bam. That should be like, oh, all right, well, let's wait on Christ. Nope. Nope. That ain't what black people say. Go ahead.
This is the Electoral College explained. You see, back when our country was first formed, the founders debated how presidents should be chosen. Some thought it should be a direct vote by the people. Others thought Congress should choose. They didn't want candidates to ignore smaller rural states and simply cater to urban centers with the largest populations. And there was the issue of slavery. Southern states opposed to...
What was that issue of slavery?
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me that when voting was around, Negroes was enslaved?
Bring it out.
So guess what that's telling you? Like we just said, the system was not evolved around you.
Right.
Negro. That's like you come into a house that wasn't built for you. You trying to tell people what to do. Like, hey, we good, bro. We've been running this house a long time without you in here. Don't touch my TV. Don't touch my couch. Don't touch nothing. That's what the white man tell you when we get in the vote. Go ahead, press play.
The popular vote because they had large populations of enslaved people who couldn't vote. The compromise they came up with was the Electoral College. It's not a real college with a campus somewhere. It's a system through which every state is given a certain number of votes based on the number of representatives it has in Congress. A number that's based on each state's population. There are 538 electoral votes up for grabs in every presidential election. And to be elected president, a candidate needs to win a majority of them, at least 270.
Pause.
The math.
So you only got to win 270 votes. What happened to the 40? How many million we got?
Millions.
Like 300 million in America?
Yeah.
What happened to those? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all didn't know. Y'all didn't know, though. We gonna drop that knowledge on you. Drop that knowledge on your head, on your noggin, on your bean top. Go ahead, press play.
Math goes something like this. States get one vote for every member they have in the House of Representatives, plus 2 more for their 2 senators. The most populous states have the most votes. California has 54. Texas has 40. The smallest states, like Wyoming and Delaware, have only 3. The thing is, almost every state operates by a winner-take-all.
So basically, it's based on those state representatives.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Go ahead.
Where all the state's electors go to the candidate who got the majority of that state's votes. And that winner-take-all system doesn't take margin of victory into account. So millions of people could vote for a candidate who doesn't get a single electoral vote from their state.
Wow.
That's why there have been 5 times in U.S. history when the candidate who won the White House actually lost the popular vote.
Pause.
There it is.
The candidate that won the popular vote lost the election.
Wow.
But I thought my vote counts. I thought it was vote or die.
Right.
Nah, Negro, we just told y'all it is a system.
Yep.
They don't care about your vote. Go ahead.
They won the Electoral College despite more Americans voting for their opponent. In 2016, for example, Hillary Clinton got nearly 3 million more votes than Donald Trump, but lost the Electoral College 232 to 306 by running up big margins in big states and losing close states narrowly. And if you want to see just how far the popular and Electoral College votes can diverge, compare that 2016 election to the one 4 years later. Because in 2016 and 2020, Trump and Joe Biden won the exact same number of electoral votes, 306. But in 2016, Trump lost the popular vote by nearly 3 million votes, and in 2020, Biden won the popular vote by more than 7 million votes. It's all about which states they carried and how that electoral math adds up. So when you hear people talking about battleground states and paths to the White House, what they're really talking about is campaigns making strategic decisions about where to put their resources and where to campaign in order to tilt the Electoral College in their favor. Because in this country of 330 million people, it's those 270 electoral votes that make all the difference.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see a lot of y'all ain't know that. A lot of y'all ain't know
That's
that.
crazy.
Give me Lamentations 4 and 17.
That is crazy.
You see that?
That explains the swing states.
There you go. There
And
you go.
what?
Red
And then
and
you
blue.
got
And
some black folks think they slick. Remember they did the you got to vote for the councilman and you got
right, yeah. Starting the locals.
Yeah.
You got to start at the local branches of government, and then you work your way up to the judicial, and then see, now you got power at the local levels, my brother.
Right.
You got to activate your power at the local levels, the most direct politician to you. If you don't know who your local politician man is, then you ain't doing it right. Let's see what God says about it.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us.
As for what?
As for us.
As for us, the Israelites.
Our eyes has yet failed.
Our eyes have yet failed.
For our vain help.
For what?
For our vain help.
You see that? Y'all think casting a vote, you think winning an election, you think a city councilman, a city alderman, whatever, you think that's going to change something. Read.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation.
We have watched for a nation since 1776. Read.
That could not save us.
That could what?
That could not save us.
America is not going to save you. Right. I don't know how hard that is for y'all to understand. This place was built to destroy you. It literally is the largest prison house in the world, and that's how it started. Y'all think it's a surprise that America has more prisoners than every other nation?
Right.
That's what it was built on, slavery.
Right.
Slavery ain't nothing but prison. That's it. And guess what? When they outlawed legal prison, they said, hey, let's legalize it another way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still doing the same thing that it was set up to do. Like we said, it is a system.
Hey, speaking on the system,
go ahead.
Get 1 Maccabees chapter 8.
Bring it out.
Verse 15, because they're telling you it's the representative. Each state has a representative, and those representatives is voting for your president.
Right.
So that means that president that they're going to put in power has to fit their agenda.
Right.
They don't give a damn about your agenda. It's about what they're trying to push, and none of it benefits our people. 1 Maccabees 8:15.
1 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 15.
Because this is a system that the white man set up during ancient Greece. Go ahead.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house.
They made a what?
A Senate house.
That's what we just watched. And just like we got in America, you have a Senate house set up that passes bills. They pass so many bills every day. Most of us don't even know what the hell they talking about in them bills.
Yep.
And they vote things into play that you don't even realize it until it hits you at home. Go ahead. They set up a Senate house.
Wherein 320 men sat in council daily.
Right, because they talked about each state having a representative, right? Go ahead.
Consulting always for the people.
Consulting for who?
For the people.
They're consulting for the people, meaning those Greeks was making laws that was going to benefit their nation, not meaning it was going to benefit the actual people. Because remember, we got Hellenized in this thing.
Right.
Go ahead.
to the end that they might be well ordered.
Read.
And that they committed their government to one man every year.
Now, ancient Greece did it every year, but America still adapts the same principles. They do it every 4 years. But it says they committed their government to one man every year. We just watched how those representatives commit this government to a man every 4 years. Not your vote. Read.
There you go.
Who ruled over all their country.
And he's going to rule over the whole country.
And that they were all obedient to that one.
They was what?
Obedient to that one.
So all of this games that they playing, Trump, Kamala, all that crap, all of them is in agreements to make this place prosper.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And that there was neither envy nor emulation amongst them.
Right. That stuff is gimmicks they put on us for you to go out there and be a fool and go fight against each other.
Right.
You know, behind closed doors, they probably sitting down eating caviar and drinking champagne.
It's a big wrestling show.
Right.
I don't know if y'all know, wrestling is all acting.
Right.
Before they step out on stage, they back there chilling together.
Exactly.
Then they get out there, they wrestle, they fight each other. I hate
Put on
you,
a
all
good
that. They go right back in the back, they chill, they drive to the next city and do another show.
Yep.
That's all it is. That's what politics is.
Ringing circus.
Oh, yep. There you go. There you go. Hey, let's go to the next article. NAACP. Yep. Go ahead. Osiazi, I'm gonna let you lead this one.
NAACP, Capital and Partners launched $200 million fund to close racial equity gap by investing in fund managers and startups.
All right. So basically, the NAACP, this is part of their trying to get reparations program. They wanted to start a capital fund, right? But you know, as black people, we can't do nothing by ourselves, right? Scroll up. Just read that top paragraph.
The NAACP has launched a fund of funds to scale impact within communities of color. According to a news release, NAACP Capital was formed with the support of Kapoor Capital.
So I was reading this, I'm like, okay, so we're not doing it by ourselves.
Right.
That means we got to lean on somebody else. So I said, what is Kapoor Capital? Just click on it. See, it should pull it up. And this is the first image you see, right? I'm like, okay, read that real quick.
Cliff Worley, head of portfolio growth marketing at Kapoor Capital, wants startups to lean into the power of AI technology to help them scale and grow.
Right. So it sounds good. Now I want you to type in Kapoor Capital. I want you to type in Kapoor Capital founder. Because I'm like, okay, well, this seems, you know, everything seems good. Kapoor Capital founder. Yep.
Mitchell Kapoor.
Put the picture up.
Put him up for mass.
Wow.
Mitch Kapoor and Friedrich Kapoor Klein.
Wow.
These are two Jewish husband and wife couple that founded Kapoor Capital.
Wow.
And then the black people on the left, they hired them to manage it. But then they tell you that this is black led because they hire black people under them, right? Wow. So now this is the company. Go back to the first article. This is the company with the NAACP that had to come in there, read the paragraph again.
The NAACP has launched a fund of funds to scale impact within communities of color. According to a news release, NAACP Capital, oh my God,
you good,
was formed with the support of Kapoor Capital, the Kapoor Center, and 9 venture fund managers. It seeks to raise $200 million to fulfill its goal of investing in fund managers connected to sectors such as education.
So they're trying to make sure they invest in education, good.
Healthcare. And finance. With a focus on supporting underserved communities.
Now, when I read this, I said, last night Bishop Yawasop was talking about this. These are the same avenues that he talked about, that axis of evil. The axis of evil here is Amalek. Amalek is the capital company that's showing them how to save this money to go invest back there, right? I just sent you a picture. This same Kapoor Capital, they take this money, they invest in certain like startups, like technology companies, right? Watch this. Blow this up and read that.
Yes, Kapoor Capital has invested in companies that aim to improve the lives of incarcerated individuals.
Damn.
Goes back into the prison system. So when I read this, I said, all praises to Bishop Yawasop, because he had me thinking today. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And look what it says at the bottom.
Kapoor Capital is a black-led venture capital.
That's a lie.
Firm that invests in companies that address issues affecting underrepresented communities.
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's some good research right there. That's some bishop level research.
Shout out to Bishop.
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Yes, brother. Shalom. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Hey, brothers, I wanted to share something with y'all that y'all might not know about. It's a little bit off topic, but have y'all seen the recent reports of a civil war that's happening?
Yeah.
Our local sheriff's office here at the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office just put out a post. I was trying to ask if your IT could look at it. It's real serious. Y'all can look at it, but it's the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office in Georgia.
Okay.
They released a picture showing that the KKK in the South is trying to start a rally, a civil war against us from now all the way to the inauguration that's going to happen in January. And specifically in the post, they're trying to target our black women. It's on the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office. If y'all see that, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But they're trying to target us, and they're sending out messages in Georgia saying that the KKK is going to be targeting black women and black men throughout the inauguration, especially black women, is what they just posted. I was just trying to let y'all see that, brothers. I'm sorry to go off topic, but I just wanted to share with y'all that news.
Well, I'm going to tell you what Christ said. Flee to the next city.
Right.
So
yes, sir.
Yes,
yes, sir.
Hey, we're going to keep you in the prayers. But, hey, understand this. This is the times that we living in. You understand?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, brother. You're right about that. I've been praying, man, and trying to pray, brother. But, man, I'm telling you, they threaten us down here in Georgia, man, and they threaten to come all the way from the Carolinas, and because they coming to Georgia because it's a key battleground state.
Gotcha.
But, I pray the Almighty protect us. I don't know what they going to do.
Well, last I checked, they ain't coming to nobody's house. So if you chilling at the house and you ain't at the ballot box, you should be good, my brother. Stay away from the ballot.
That's
right.
Hey, you right, brother. I sure will, brother. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right. Shalom.
All right.
Yeah. So, notice they keep saying black-led. Yeah. It don't say black-owned. Right. It don't say black finance. Nope. It just says black-led. That means it had a black face.
Right.
Give me that in secret plots and second essence real quick. Because these, look what pop up on my phone right when they say that. The U.S. is bracing for civil unrest around the election. So that's going to happen too. Let me send this to IT real quick so I can comfort some people. All praises. Like I told y'all, none of this stuff don't do nothing to us. All this stuff must come to pass, y'all.
Right.
It must come to pass. You got the secret plots?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
1 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 72. But the heathen of the land, lying heavy upon the inhabitants of Judea, and holding them straight, hindered their building.
They did what?
Hindered their building. And by their secret plots.
And by what?
Their secret plots.
Secret plots. They getting the NAACP, which we proved many a times on here, which was owned and set up by white men.
Right.
To invest money in what? Another white company to do what? Serve black underserved communities. What does that sound like? More conspiracies going on to kill black people. That's all it is. Read.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions, they hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived.
You see that? That's what's going on. That is what's going on. All right, I see what y'all said about the ash. Can you just zoom in on the top part so they can see that? So, the brother just called in about civil unrest. Literally, right when he said that, this popped up on my phone. Just pull it up like that, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Read the top part.
The U.S. is bracing for civil unrest around the election. But just how high is the risk?
Just how high is the risk? So you can take it off.
I don't know what kind of question that they asking. We seen January 6th what went down.
There you go.
I was actually talking to, we was driving up last night. We was talking about that. I said, something probably going to go down because win, lose, or draw, January 6th, that set like a precedence.
Right.
When you have, and then even this past year, we was talking about this months ago. How you have all these movies for this year. You had a movie come out called Civil War, and the dude in there, I guess he, kind of turned dictatorship in there, whatever. But you have all these movies coming out showing you Esau knows what's going down.
Right.
He knows this is the age of decadence. This place is going to burn.
100% correct. 100%. Matter of fact, on that note, type in the Civil War movie. Let's pull it up for the people. Because a lot of y'all acting surprised now. It's like, hey, this is really about to happen. January 6th already happened. I was talking about this with Captain Matthias the other day. A lot of times what we think in our minds is Civil War, instantly everything just happens.
Right.
Like the food runs out
Like it's
instantly.
not a process.
It's a process to get into that. So even if y'all slack right now and you ain't got stuff, you broke, you got time. But once it happens in your city, you're gonna feel it real fast.
Yep.
And guess what? Then it'll be a time of peace. Then it's gonna go back. It doesn't happen over the whole country at one time. It doesn't happen like that. It takes time. It's just like us getting to where we at with understanding.
Right.
We didn't just wake up one day and know everything in the Bible. Right. But it's gonna get to that here in America. The only thing that's gonna end that fast is America. It's gonna happen in 1 hour. Right. 1 hour, this place will be destroyed.
Yeah.
Everything else goes through a process of time. Yeah. Go ahead, play that.
States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
I guess aware there's like a pretty huge civil war.
Pause. Let me
going
take the call real quick. They hung up? All right.
all across America.
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
They're moving to D.C. today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death. Blooded.
Every time I survived a war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay? Okay. What kind of American are you?
Damn.
You don't know?
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
Hey, ain't gonna lie, the movie looked fire.
Dude,
Any of y'all seen it yet?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It was good.
Yeah, it's all right. I expected a little bit. I expected a little
more action.
Yeah.
So they gave all the action in the trailer.
pretty
huh?
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Then you get to the movie, they talking the whole time.
Yep.
You're like, what the action? The promo was fire. But remember, we always say this: art imitates life.
Yeah.
Art imitates life. Esau love putting what the hell going on in their movies. They love to do it. Notice it said all empires will fall. They know this is what's coming to America. That's right. You ain't gonna stop it. Now, what they do is they speed things up in movies. They show you everything. They show you it heightened. But for the most part, those things are going to happen. Because guess what? The Bible said it's going to happen.
Right.
Give me that Matthew 10 again. Or is it Matthew 13? I want Civil War. Matthew 13. Yeah, Matthew 13. No, Matthew 10. What do I want? What I want, y'all?
20.
Let's see. What we want to start at. Let's go to Matthew.
Chapter 12.
12?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. It's 12. 12 what I want?
Verse 26.
Let's go there. Let's go there.
Sir. Matthew chapter 12, and we can start 25.
Yep.
Verse 25. And Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself.
Every kingdom divided against himself, read,
is brought to desolation.
Hold on, what's going to happen to
is
it?
brought to desolation.
Remember we read earlier, how was America built? With two horns like a what? Like a lamb.
Right.
This place has always been divided. That's why they call it what? Polarization. They say they're polarizing the hate. Like, what do you mean? Y'all got two political parties.
Right.
What the hell you think gonna happen? That's like having two teams that play against each other, but you like, no, we got to still love each other, but we play against each other to win.
Right.
You play to win. So what naturally happens? You have a sense of hate between them. Read it again.
Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Is brought to desolation. Because they want to keep these two political parties and they want to give people the illusion of voting, this is what it's going to lead to. Read.
And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
It what?
Shall not stand.
Shall not stand. Shall not stand. That is what's happening. That is what's happening right here in America. The movie just shows you what's going to come to this place because it does have two different, a house divided with its two political parties. Go ahead. You have something?
Yeah, get Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24, because like you had stated, you know, it's a process to get there. It's never just going to be overnight. Just like January 6th, that was a process.
Yeah.
You didn't see that coming.
Right.
But it was a process of having 4 years of Trump spewing rhetoric after rhetoric. And then they got the battery in their back and said, hell no, we taking over.
Right.
Matthew chapter 24, the process.
You want verse 9?
Verse 4.
Yes, sir. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Right, so this was the disciples asking Christ, when is going to come the end of the world, right? Go ahead.
And shall deceive many.
So he was showing them it's going to be a process of time for these things to come to pass. You're going to have false Christ, which you got already. You got Caesar Bowl out here, right? Go ahead.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So here's his key. He said you're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. We literally been going through that the past couple of years. You got new wars kicking off every day. You got North Korea now with Russia fighting against Ukraine. You got South Korea now getting backed by what was that? I think by America, whatever. You got America jumping over there with Israel. You got all these nations wars coming up. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
But here's the key. He said, see that you be not troubled. Why? Because we understand it has to happen.
There you go.
This process has to happen for us to be delivered from this place.
Right.
Read.
For all these things must come to pass.
He said it must come to pass. Read.
But the end is not yet.
You see that? But those things are just a process, but it's still not the end. So when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's a heavy point because it's not the end. And as you read on down, you got more nations I got to fight against each other.
We finna read it. You ain't stopping now.
Come on.
Keep going.
For nation shall
I just
rise.
saw what time it was. We might end here. For what?
For nation shall rise against nation.
Nation will rise against nation. Y'all seeing it in heights of levels that we never seen before.
Right.
I forget that was 2 weeks ago. You had the show where the dude said this is the closest we've ever been to World War III.
Yeah.
Read.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdom against kingdom. Y'all, they already forgot what's going on in Gaza. All those the Palestinians doing all those protests.
Right.
Millions of people outside protesting against what's going on. Read.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Read.
All these things are the beginnings of sorrow.
All these things are what?
The beginnings of sorrow.
These are just the beginning. That's what we telling y'all. That's why we like, it don't matter who you vote for.
Right.
These things are happening. This is just the start. Read.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
You see that? That's what you don't understand, my brothers. When we getting afflicted, it's going to happen regardless. It don't matter who is in office.
Right.
It don't matter. When these things are happening, which we're seeing all that stuff happening, then you shall be, what did it say?
Afflicted. And kill you.
Read.
And ye shall be hated of all nations.
You see, that's what he don't understand. He think, well, if we underneath that Republican, that Democrat, we gonna be fine. Nah, that ain't what the Bible say. Right. That ain't what the Bible say. The Bible tells you what's going to happen.
It don't change the fact that what they did to the Arabs for 40, 50
There you
years
go.
historically,
There you
the
go.
Arabs just waiting on the call so they can get activated. So we brought that out a couple weeks ago. It don't matter who's in office, how many hands they shake, how many trips they take over there. It don't matter. It's prophesied that this place is going down.
There you go. You cannot change. You cannot change what God already prophesied to happen.
That's right.
Once it was written in paper, it's over.
It's a wrap.
It's over. It's a wrap. It's going to come to pass. We went over it last week. The Most High said, I put it on my name.
Right.
I put it on my name that these things are going to happen.
Hey, to that point, Cap, like you mentioned earlier, we've already had Donald Trump in office. We've seen what happened January 6th.
Right.
The thing is, they haven't tried assassinating Kamala Harris yet. They tried assassinating Donald Trump twice now.
Twice.
So you've seen with the Democratic Party where they tend to be more conservative. You see now they're starting to get more aggressive.
Right.
And then you see what was more liberal with the Republican Party where they were thought to be more aggressive. Now you're seeing that on both sides. So showing you the end is going to come no matter who's in office.
That's a great point you brought out right there. Because Democrats do like to paint the picture that they liberals and they can't. No. Y'all don't try to kill this man twice.
Right.
2 times already.
Damn.
That's a heavy point you just brought out. Go ahead.
They got this series on Netflix called it's a political thing, House of Cards. House of Cards. It shows how the Democrats and Republicans, they'll go take any measures to get anybody out the way to continue to forward their agenda.
Right.
So it's like you said, art imitate life. They've been put these things out here to show you how they move. So hey, it is what it is. And
at the end of the day, this is what y'all got to understand. America, the way America was formed was through war. So how you think it's going to end? It wasn't just any war. It was civil war. They fought against the French.
Right.
They fought against Great Britain.
Right.
And who was there? Spain. Those 3 wars is how America got to where it's at today. And they fought that on this side of the earth.
Damn, that's Revelation 13.
There you go. And the rockets red glare. They fought on this land, and guess what? It's going to end the same way. It's going to be war.
That's right.
Because you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Right.
And that's what America has lived with since its inception. Since the second they lifted up the flag, it was in blood.
Yep.
So that's our time for today, y'all. That's our time for today. We didn't get through half the content that we had, but all praise to the Most High. It came out the way the Most High wanted it to come out. Let's give our shout-outs, y'all. Shout out to whoever was on the sound and IT. Stepped up today. Soldier David. Shout out to who else back there? Officer Abel, Officer Yuri, Soldier Jonathan. Shout out to the crew. Officer Gadiel, Officer Nathia, Soldier Eleazar, a.k.a. 20 minutes with a Hispanic. Shout out to Officer Lahad. Shout out to Officer Yaziel. Shout out to the security. Shout out to the sisters for bringing the food. Hopefully y'all got some food. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to the bishops, the deacons, the captains, the brothers. Your mother was there when you left. You're right. Shout out to, most importantly, you, the viewing audience. We appreciate y'all for tuning in every single week. Y'all see the donation button right there, y'all. Yep. Donate. We trying to take over the world. Right. We can't do it on our budget because we got to pay rent. So help us. Help me, please. Because we got a lot of work to do.
That's right.
With that, we say shalom. Shalom.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And finally,